Today we are with Dan Slade, and this is one of the people that makes New York run behind the scenes. These are the people that you normally don't hear about, but actually have so much to do with everything that's happening in New York City and making it run behind the scenes. Am I right or am I wrong?
I think you nailed it.
So we're here at NBC Studios. Danny is the broadcast media manager. Tell us a little bit more what exactly that title means.
So basically, there's an old expression, jack of all trades, but we sort of revised it, master of many.
Okay.
Here, because you do a little bit of everything, which basically we take care of getting the essential elements that the broadcast needs. In my case, it's Today in New York, part of the Today Show, so that they have the raw material to work with, but also some of the polished material. It's a combination of many jobs. You are basically managing the broadcast. I am usually here by 2:30 a.m.
Guys.
2:30 a.m. and we are on the air at 4:30 a.m. So
2:30 a.m. in the morning. I am dreaming really nice things in a warm bed. So kudos to you. How do you do it?
Well, I've been doing it a long time.
How many years have you been here?
I have been back here at NBC for about 14 years now.
Wow.
On and off different shifts. You develop different skill sets for different shifts. But this one is great because technically they get what they need.
Okay.
And there is some editorial involvement to a degree. If you see something wrong, you're more of a stopgap. You are the fixer.
The fixer. So, Danny, my next question to you is, did you always knew that you wanted to do this? Or did you always knew that you wanted to be in front of the camera or behind the camera?
Well, it's been a combination of both, and most people in this business have done both. It started in radio.
Oh.
There's an old dated reference here, Mary Tyler Moore reference. Ted Baxter, the anchor, said it all began in a 5,000-watt radio station in Fresno, California.
Okay.
Well, for me, it was a 50,000-watt station in Miami, behind the microphone, sometimes in front of the microphone, sometimes in front of the camera. As you progress through the business, you decide to take a path. Mine started behind the microphone, in front of the microphone, in front of the camera, behind the camera, and you end up landing where you land. I still do some on-camera stuff like this fantastic project.
Yeah, I love it. I love the journey because I feel that if you are a creative person and you have that passion and that eye, it's like you try all these different things, but like you said, at the end of the day, you end up landing where you're supposed to land and where you just shine with all of your magic. We are in 30 Rock, guys. This is iconic. This is legend.
I would certainly say I love my area that I work in, which is a technical area. But the studios, the control room, there's always a certain magic of television. Everybody that has ever come to visit me in this building realizes that it is still magical, that it's more than just going home and turning on your TV and it's there. There has to be things that go on behind the scenes, which is, of course, why we're doing the behind the scenes look.
The behind the scenes, the guy behind the scenes.
It's very, very magical. You'll see some of that in the video that you'll show later. That it's just a magical place. I would say the studio, certainly the newsroom, because I'm news by nature.
Okay.
And then certainly the technical areas.
Did you know, I have a little quiz for you.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So did you know that there was a room here at Rock Center? I believe it was room 4332. I believe, I got to double check my facts. That was used for espionage.
I did not.
You didn't know?
I did not know that.
Yes.
Thank you for telling me.
Yes. I have done my research and I found out that back in the day, they had this one particular room where the FBI used to work out of, and they were able to track down people that were smuggling in information and weapons, and it was a whole covert action plan, and they had this particular room that was secret, and they ran all this secret espionage. Yes. Okay. Did you know about all the secret passageways?
I do know about some of them.
Okay.
And so tell me more. I'll tell you what I know if you tell me what you know.
Okay, I'll tell you what I know. So what I know so far is that there are passageways that connect all the buildings between 48th Street and 51st Street.
That is true.
Okay.
I know.
Okay. Have you gone into any of those tunnels?
I have.
Oh my God. Is it scary, spooky?
It can be.
Okay. Is it like Disney that they say that there's like an underworld?
Oh yes,
Underground world.
Underground world.
Yes.
It's not as elaborate as Disney.
Okay.
But you could do anything in this building, in these buildings, this complex of buildings, from going to a post office, to going to other studios, to going to restaurants.
So is there a map? Like when you go through these passageways, how do you know how you're getting around?
More by instinct and getting lost and finding your way.
I know, it sounds scary. It sounds scary.
So there is a great story. And the one thing, you talked about favorite places. Just to be here in this building is an absolute amazing and wonderful experience. They used to do live television here.
Oh, okay.
The Doctors, Alec Baldwin was on The Doctors. It was a soap opera shot on the 8th floor. We still do Saturday Night Live, which is in its 50th season.
What floor do they shoot SNL?
They shoot it on 8th.
Oh my God. Okay. So next time you have to come and get me.
Oh, absolutely.
It's probably impossible to get into
even
SNL.
for us to get tickets.
Yes, I'm sure.
When we had an intern working here that was a member of their staff, I got to see a few shows
Oh, good.
from the studio level, never in the audience.
So where do the actors come in? Do they have a secret passageway?
They're actors. They want to be seen. They want to be visible. So they'll come in the main entrance usually.
Okay.
Unless it's like a president or high-profile politician, and we've had many here, and we'll still have many more. They might bring them in through the west entrance or the east entrance, very short to the point, get them in here. But generally, they like to walk through the front door.
So that everybody can see them and they could be like, hey, hi, how are you?
And back in the day, they did the Twilight Zone here also.
Oh.
And Rod Serling, the creator of the Twilight Zone, there's a passageway, if you go west, that leads into, it's now the Magnolia Bakery, but it used to be Hurley's, which was
going to ask you about Hurley's. Yes.
And unfortunately, Hurley's moved. They moved like 3 blocks over and 2 blocks down, but they had a secret door. So if you wanted a 3-martini lunch, you slip back in the building.
Yes.
So I'm not going to tell anybody.
Yes, I heard a lot of stories about Hurley's. Actually, I heard that, I believe it was Johnny Carson, had a private line at the bar so that he could take phone calls at Hurley's.
He could. So it's very interesting because Hurley's, and for those folks who might remember Hurley's, had 3 phones. They had a red phone, a white phone, and a black phone.
Wow, okay.
The white phone was for if a talent is missing, an anchor is missing, hey, you got to be on the air in 10 minutes, that phone would ring. Hey, is so-and-so there?
Just scoop them up
and Tom Brokaw there,
yes,
or Brian Williams, or Lester Holt. And then, of course, the red phone was a Johnny Carson phone, and the black phone was just for anybody that wanted to use it.
Oh my God! So the red phone was Johnny Carson. Oh my God!
And these bartenders knew their clients, so they were absolutely ready, willing, and able to help.
Did you used to hang out there a lot?
After work, I was on the 11 p.m. shift, so after our broadcast, we would go down there, and if we had a great show, we would sit and we would talk, and then
it sounds like so much fun.
It really is. It's fun now. It was fun back then. The business has evolved significantly since then, but still a great place to be. A great place.
So my last question for you is, if you were to retire, is there anything else that you would like to do?
There are many things. Travel the world, we sort of talked about that. But I'll always be active doing something, and I think throughout the rest of my time here on Earth, I'll probably be connected somehow to broadcasting. I'll always be involved in something, whether it's a voiceover, whether it's commentary, whether it's, occasionally working part-time.
Talking about the theme about people that run New York, behind the scenes of New York, is there any little secret or area or part of New York that you're like, a lot of people don't know about this, like being a New Yorker, that you're like, this is absolutely amazing?
That really, I love the concept, and I love that question. So one thing that I'd like to mention about my job here before, I'll as they say in the press conference, I'll answer the second question and then the first.
Yes.
What's amazing about the job that I do, and I have great people that work with me, is that we're kind of like behind the scenes. So we are the framework around the Mona Lisa. All right? Where nobody takes notice of the framework, but they certainly look at this amazing work of art.
Mm-hmm.
So we're there, and without that support, the Mona Lisa is just a piece of canvas that's rolled up in a corner someplace. So we are that framework, and we take a lot of pride in being, playing that role and being that framework. In terms of the city of New York subways, there's so many tunnels that have been sealed up.
Yes.
Also,
I've been thinking a lot about that, about the tunnels and the trains, yes.
And there's a train, it's a diesel train that goes around to all the tracks that collects data. So that's another thing. So there's so many hidden little things, hidden gems in restaurants. We were talking about the halal cart, which is kind of it used to be a hidden gem. Now it's not so hidden. You go out there and there's the line.
Yes.
So, but all amazing little quirks. And as you live in New York, as you know, you tend to find these little gems and little diamonds and little hidden secrets.
Yes. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Danny.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Guys, this is the guy that makes everything happen every single morning. So when you wake up and you're watching the news and you're watching the Today Show, guess who's running all of that? Mr. Dan Slade, our man of the hour.
Oh my God, you're very kind. I have a lot of help, and I'm an inconspicuous part, but again, I'm the framework. But please invite me back. I'd love to talk to you.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
Amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I'll do